Hey YouTube, gonna show you my container and we're gonna pick out some homebrew. Watch our other videos if you're interested. Let's go. So I'm just trying to pick out some wine for the decanter. It's a blackcurrant on here. Blackcurrant one?
Explain.
So this blackcurrant one, we got some blackcurrants from the neighbor. Actually, we handpicked them, and then the neighbor was so interested in us making our own wine. He joined us in the adventure, and then he learned how to make wine from foraged stuff. So that's how that ended up. So we made that in 2019. So this was the last bottle that we made before we actually started taking alcohol content using a hydrometer. So this is an unknown suspect. We'll take that and we're gonna look for, we'll come back here. I have some different whiskeys and stuff that I have. So we got, I might actually just do a regular whiskey. Yeah. That one's too new. These clamps are in the way. Sorry. Oh. We have some whiskeys here. We've got oak whiskey that I made. We've got regular carrot whiskey, which is the first batch of carrot whiskey we made. So these are basically the same, except this one was fermented with oak chips in the barrel, in the fermenter. And this is the same, so that's about 20%, I'd say. But we made this February 2019. And basically that is just it tastes more like a liqueur than a whiskey. It's because it's undistilled, so we could distill that, but you would only get a little bit, but it's pretty good. And now I'm gonna grab, I need one more thing. What is it? So we got some pear, we got some fruit wines down here. We got a pear wine. We've got a lot of different things. I'm looking for a plum wine, but I want it to say 2019. It's good to have a good aged year on it. Yep, okay, here we go. Yeah, so that's a plum pear wine. I think it's a 2019, August 17th, 16.3%. So, take our 3 bottles and we'll go inside.
What? Child. Anyway, so
we like to take our homebrew and decant it so we can avoid the sediment on the bottom of the bottle, because we obviously don't drink a whole bottle at a whack. We like to, you know, put it into little cups like this to just take nice little flavorsome bits. So I'll show you what we do here with the Elderflower vodka. So what I'll do is I'll put half vodka into here. Would you say how much it was? So I'll take 3/4 cup. Yeah, so just make sure your decanters are nice and clean and sanitized before you do this. The alcohol content's pretty strong here, so I mean, it doesn't need to be like lickety split clean, but. Okay, and then 3/4 cup of Elderflower Cordial, which Cori made, which is delicious. And whoa, that is gone. That started to ferment, so look at it, it's fizzing. It was cordial. Hold on, let's try this one. That one's fermenting. No, see, that one's good. 3/4 cup of that. It's basically just an elderflower syrup. Mix that.
lemon and a little vanilla.
With the lemon and a little bit of lime.
Vanilla.
It's got a little bit of vanilla and lemon. So give it a little stir. Tap that. And that is our elderflower vodka. So next up is the blackcurrant. This was made in 2019. We've tried it before now, and it's absolutely delicious. And we also have a second go, which means we reconstituted the blackcurrants again with water and made more juice out of it, and we actually were able to make a second batch of alcohol out of it, which is pretty amazing. So we'll use this one. It's unlabeled. And we're just gonna pour that in there slowly. Try not to get the bottle to bubble because you don't want the sediment to come up off the bottom. The color is amazing. It's like a ruby red color, and it just, wow, it just smells. You can smell blackcurrant right off the get-go. Like, wow. It's just amazing, actually. It looks almost neon. All right. So we're gonna have a little left in the bottle here, and we're gonna try it out. That is the blackcurrant wine, and we'll give it a try. It's a little bitter. Definitely can taste the blackcurrants. It's amazing. And it's not sweet at all, but you definitely can tell it's blackcurrant, and it's pretty dry, very dry. Not bad. Okay, moving on. So what we have here is the plum pear wine, and it's 16.3%. In the bottom, there's not that much sediment, but still, you don't want to stir that up. It makes it very bitter, and it's not really what you want. You just want to be able to pour a glass of wine without sediment, and this is why we decant it. Look at the color on that. So the pears came from the pear tree in our backyard, and the plums we foraged from just local plum trees around the area. It's an amazing color there. That actually had basically no sediment in it, which is weird. So that has a great color to it. It smells amazing. I'm not gonna, Cori's gonna give it a little try. Just to see how it is. She said she can really smell the pear. A little more sweet, nice clean finish. So as you can see, letting things sit around for a long time really clarifies it. Because that used to be very blurry. When you first bottle plum wine, it's very blurry. Okay, so that's the plum wine. All right, so now we're moving on to the carrot whiskey, which is one of our favorites. So what we do with the carrot whiskey is we actually grind up carrot into a, what do you call it, a garbage disposal. And then we juice it, we press it. Works pretty good. You get a lot of carrot juice. You would be surprised how much juice is actually in a carrot. So you use that fermentable liquid as basically a malt you would use in a beer. And that just gives it a very distinct flavor versus just using sugar or, syrup of any kind. So that's why it's called carrot whiskey. But it takes a very long time. It takes about, I don't know, a month and a half to actually get through the whole fermentation process, because you got a lot of different processes going on. I'm not going to get completely into it, but if you're interested in knowing about it, let me know and we can make a video about it. And this is a very good chance for you to subscribe. There's a fair bit of sediment in there. It's a little bit in there, but you wouldn't want to be stirring that up every time you poured a bottle. So poured a glass, I should say. But this is very clear. This is 2 years aged. We have whiskey in there that's been aging for a year as well, which is the oak whiskey, and that came out pretty good. We've actually tried that. But the longer you let this age, the better it tastes and the clearer it'll be. Don't even think about touching it before 6 months, because it won't be that great. See, there's the sediment there, so I'm going to leave that. So as you can see, it's very clear. It's a lot darker than when we first put it in bottles. smells, it's got a very weird, distinct smell. It smells amazing. It's just, you'd never be able, if you put a tasting or sniffing test to it, you'd never guess what it is. And we'll give it a go. It's very sweet, surprisingly. It hasn't been distilled. It's not syrupy, it's not that syrupy. It's more like a liqueur than a whiskey, just because of the fact we haven't distilled it, but it's amazing. It just gets better and better with time. As we've opened about 5 of these 2019 bottles since we've done it, and this is now this one is just, it's getting better and better. Yeah. So that is the Carrot Whiskey. So thank you for joining us on this trip of picking out some excellent, amazing homebrew out of the container. And I just want to thank Pop and Emporium for selling us these beautiful decanters that work amazing for us and what we do with them. Check out our other videos and make sure you guys comment. And if you have any cool ideas or cool videos that you want us to shoot, let us know. See you guys.